everyone, welcome back to Spinning Iris. Today is day 9 of Banned Book Month, which means it is time for Chapter 9 of Candide by Voltaire. Now, the last we left our hero Candide, he had just been reunited with the fair Cunegonde, and she described all the terrible things and events that happened to her and that led her to Lisbon and being in the possession of an inquisitor and a Jew. And the latter has just walked through the door. Now let's find out what happens next. Are you ready? Let's go. Chapter 9. What happened to Cunegonde, Candide, the Grand Inquisitor, and the Jew. This Issachar was the most irascible Hebrew that had been seen in Israel since the Babylonian captivity. "What?" he cried. "Isn't the Inquisitor enough, you Galilean bit? Must this scoundrel share you with me too?" So saying, he took out a long dagger, which he always had on him, and thinking his adversary was unarmed, threw himself on Candide. But our good Westphalian had received a fine sword with the suit of clothes the old woman had given him. Despite his gentle nature, he drew this sword and laid the Israelite out on the floor, dead as a doornail, at the feet of the fair Cunegonde. "Holy Virgin," she cried, "what will become of us? A man killed in my house. If the police come, we're lost." "If Pangloss hadn't been hanged," said Candide, "he'd give us good advice in this extremity, because he was a good philosopher. Lacking him, let's consult the old woman." She was extremely prudent, and she was beginning to give her opinion when another little door opened. It was an hour past midnight. Sunday had begun, and that day belonged to the Inquisitor. He came in and saw the flogged Candide with a sword in his hand, a dead man stretched out on the floor, Cunegonde in a state of panic, and the old woman giving advice. This is what went through Candide's mind at that moment, and how he reasoned. "If this holy man calls for help, he'll certainly have me burned, and he may do the same thing to Cunegonde. He had me whipped unmercifully. He's my rival. I've already begun killing. My course is clear." This reasoning was swift and sure. Without giving the Inquisitor time to recover from his surprise, he ran him through and laid him out beside the Jew. "Now we're in an even worse predicament," said Cunegonde. "They'll have no mercy on us. We'll be excommunicated. Our last hour has come. How could a gentle man like you kill a Jew and a prelate within 2 minutes of each other?" "Fairest lady," said Candide, "when a man is in love, jealous, and whipped by the Inquisition, he no longer knows what he's doing." At this point the old woman spoke up. "There are 3 Andalusian horses in the stable, with saddles and bridles. Brave Candide must get them ready. Madam has some gold coins and diamonds. Let's mount the horses without delay, although I can sit on only one buttock and ride to Cadiz. The weather is perfect, and it's very pleasant to travel in the cool of the night." Candide immediately saddled the 3 horses. He, Cunegonde, and the old woman covered 30 miles without stopping. As they were riding away, the Holy Brotherhood came into the house. His Eminence was buried in a beautiful church, and Issachar was thrown into the garbage dump. Candide, Cunegonde, and the old woman had already reached the little town of Avicena in the middle of the Sierra Morena, and they were speaking as follows in an inn. That is the end of Chapter 9. Not quite as dramatic as the last cliffhanger, but still not a bad cliffhanger. Well, we'll find out what happens to our hero Candide and the 2 ladies in the next chapter. I hope I'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.